Welcome back to Pisces TV with Montana B. This is your daily vibe, Pisces, for the collective, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising, wherever Pisces may fall in your chart or in your environment. Keep in mind that tarot is entertainment. If it doesn't resonate with you, you don't have to try to make it. Just take from it what you may. Check the description box. A lot of updates as we embark on a new year. Happy New Year's Day to everybody. Here on YouTube, we have the community board and member section, so be sure to check that out. And if you hadn't already, like, share, subscribe. I do enjoy reading you guys' comments. Thank you for all of my returners, and for all the newcomers, again, welcome. So as we get started with your reading, I am using the Star Seed Oracle to start out the icebreaker. If you're used to the channel, you know I like to do that. And then we will implement a little bit of tarot from the Moon Child, okay? If you're interested in the extended to this video, it is made available through our Patreon membership platform. That link is in the description box also. All right. So as we get started with your reading, let me scoot these over. I like the bonus cards that whenever I shuffle out your cards, I'll look at the top and the bottom of the deck. And it was so valid, okay, and so essential to the message. So let's get started. The first card you have says, Child of the Cosmos, and it's so beautiful. So I automatically knew that it has something to do with your lineage, something to do with your history, your past, your purpose, your creation, who you are at a soul level, and what you're connected to. So I thought that was cool. We will also read from the guidebook, but it reads, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. So child of the cosmos, like you were born from everything, like you are a micro seed of everything, and that's amazing. In the center of the reading, for some of you, I see fall into my arms and surrender, holding the opposites and extremes of life. Okay, so it could have been a challenge that you accepted, or something that could be challenging for you. So we will check that out. And then here for the advice, outcome, future, we have the mother's milk, we the aethers. So of course, like who wouldn't think of ancestors, and then starting with child of the cosmos and Egypt and Atlantis and the galaxy and whatever. I don't even know who they are, Aztecs, wherever you're from. But it says deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. So it's kind of like your life, your existence, you being born, that was a portal into maybe this world. We could be talking about something from the previous world. I don't know, or the world that you're going to, or the world that you're living in. Now, what I thought was interesting about the message was I'll show you. The first card was Earthed. So think about birth. Think about waking up as, you know, a newborn in this life. Learning how to be human in the world, but not of it, is super dope. And then at the top of the deck here, we have, I remember, soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. So there's a difference between fate and destiny. And then for some of my lovers, we are getting into love today. Oh my gosh. Something for my light workers and my star seeds, of course. But for my lovers, look at that. Especially those of you who are in separation, passed on loved ones. Because when I see roots, I think about the pentacles. And then we have the two, like the two beings. And then the two, look at that. Like the as above, so below type of energy. But it says, I'm sorry. And it says defenselessness, righting past wrongs, and uprooting. That is so cool. So if that's you, your person, your ancestors, all kind of stuff, I think that's super dope. Because if you anything like me, I don't know, child. Being a starseed is an incredible opportunity, right? As most people want to be abnormal, but it could also be very challenging. And if you feel alone, which most moon children and starseeds, they say we do, because like we're from somewhere else. You go through the life finding finding your place, coming into a lot of realizations, but maybe many separations from, life, humans, the world itself, isolation and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's pretty cool. If you have any ancestors that, kind of dropped the ball, they're saying they're sorry. So that's cool. Or whoever and whatever. So I think that's still like amazing. We're going to read from the guidebook what these cards particularly mean from Rebecca and Danielle. Even though I've kind of like took my own to it. Now I wonder if they are in alphabetical order or how, they'll come. So we have Child of the Cosmos. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. There's a mysterious face that governs all of life and intelligence that tells flowers when to bloom and the tides and seasons when to come and go. That intelligence is within you too. It was there before you drew your first breath, and it will be there beyond your last. It's the part of you that informed it's the part of you that informed every cell what to do when you were in your mother's womb. It's harder to resist this force than it is to surrender to it, because Earth is a planet of popularity or polarity and free will. It's easy to forget this intelligence exists within us. So often we become disconnected, from this pulse of life and fall into the patterns of believing that we're separate or feeling that we need to go at it alone. We can feel isolated, as if we need to figure things out for ourselves, to rely on our own strength. You're being called to remember the intelligence that's within each and every one of your cells, to remember that you're a precious child of a loving, gentle universe, that you have access to all of the intelligence, wisdom, strength, flow, and qualities that ever were, are, or will be, and to remember that if flowers know exactly when and how to bloom, then you do too. So how can you surrender more deeply to the intelligent flow of life, my dear Pisces? How? Now, isn't it cool that you got Child of the Cosmos, and then the challenge accepted, or what may be challenging, as this card said, is the surrendering part? So it's like, what is surrendering? How do we surrender? Like, what is that? Why? Right? Here we have, what is that? Surrendering. Oh, fall into my arms. Oh, look, it was actually fall into my arms, but it says surrender in the description. So I'm sorry, it was fall into my arms. Is that the one that's sorry? Okay, because it's like, you tell me fall into your arms and you're sorry and stuff like that. We'll see. Fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposites. And look, opposites, the feminine and masculine energies, and, the new school versus the ancestors, whatever the case may be. It also talks about extremes of life, okay? So the Great Mother ushered you in when you took your first breath, and she'll be there when you draw your last. She knows how challenging life can be, that being human can be lonely and confusing, that the polarity and separation can be excruciating when your soul remembers the oneness of Source. But at the same time, it can be incredibly glorious and sweet. So often we see things as either good or bad. When things go well, we make it mean that we're being rewarded. And when things are bad, then perhaps we're doing something wrong. However, we're all here to expand and grow, and it's through the extremes of life that we do exactly that. So you're being invited to welcome the highs and the lows of the human experience, to let them initiate you more fully into life, the agony and the ecstasy, the beauty and the bitterness. This life is but a single breath in the inextinguishable existence of your experience as a soul. The Great Mother wants you to hand over your loneliness, worries, hurt, sorrow, fears, burdens, and doubts, to lay them on her altar, to fall fully into her arms, to remember that while these extremes are difficult, they can also be magnificent. The more wildly the pendulum of your life swings, the more truthfully you can say, I've truly lived. Okay? Now, place the card right here on the portal of your heart and whisper the following. So you guys, you don't have the card. I do. So just use your hand. Place your hand on your heart and whisper, I'm ready to embrace the extremes of my life. I lay all that I'm carrying onto the great mother's altar and fall completely into her arms. Okay, great. I absolutely love that. And then here we have the authors. Now, I don't know. Is it the H silent? Because I know some traditions that are, but we're going to go with authors. And I said it, but I didn't. So in case I'm wrong, I'm right. And in case I'm right, I'm wrong. Okay. So this is really cool. So warm and welcoming. And then we have deep love. So I love that. The outcome, in surrendering, right? Or finding this portal within you is deep love. And it births another portal. So like where any doors may have closed, new ones open or vice versa. But birth is a portal that ushers us in new life. The authors are here to remind you that you're a child of the cosmic mother and you're being called to be held by her deep, never-ending love and embrace. This is a tender, nourishing card reminding you to receive the deep love of the mother's embrace. The authors know that the journey, and I just imagine whoever's like, you're saying it wrong and I'm going to say it wrong over and over and over. Don't cringe, okay? But they know that the journey on earth can be rocky and lonely at times, but you're being reminded to rest more deeply into the mother's arms. This is a card of extreme potency, of femininity, of creation. I like that. And of birth. You're being called to mother yourself and others too. To surrender again. So we're going to be surrendering, some things. To surrender your sacred femininity, to create and surrender to your own creations, to hold and be held. All right? You're being called to remember your place in the web of life and to realize that Cosmic Mother is watching you every step of the way. You may be going through a transition right now, moving from one way of being to another. So you're being reminded that you're cradled in a sacred container, that you're more held than you can completely imagine or possibly imagine. And you have access to more love than your heart can bear, okay? If you're struggling in any way, you're being reassured that things will work out. Open yourself to receiving the overflowing love of the Cosmic Mother, flooding toward you from every direction. Let it stretch your heart. So, place your hand on your heart and whisper with this card, I allow the deep love of the Cosmic Mother to wash over me. I'm loved. I'm held. Okay, that's definitely for somebody, right? Because you got to ding. Okay. Okay. Right. 2 confirmations. So let's get started with the tarot. I love that. Who else feels loved and honored and like the great mother is your creator, so you should feel pretty great. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Star. I don't know why the Devil card want to stick out. We're going to see. I also see the 6 of Cups right there. What's this? I'm nosy. And, I knew it. Y'all see that little pink sticking out? The Lovers. So, 6 of Cups, that's past and romance and your path and fate. Yeah, we're going to talk about some deep stuff. So let's get a shuffle out. I just saw the Star card when I opened the box, and I thought that was cute since I'm using the Starseed Oracle, and you are definitely of cosmic creation. So let's see what we got. We have the 4 of Wands. So that is what we're going to start our reading with today, Pisces. The 4 of Wands and what that could mean for y'all. I like 4. 4 is a number of order of some sort. So you guys could be feeling really, either scattered and it's going to be advice to get organized, or you guys are really putting things together. It does talk about, again, fate, because this is the, that little light right there, and these 2 people kind of joined at that connection. When I talked about the 2 wands and the 2 wands and you on your path this way and you on your path the other way, it could talk about engagements or engaging. Definitely love that. coming home, coming back, a homecoming, a marriage, solidity, foundations and harmony, setting up for a party. We are going to get into Pisces season. Like, that's all I care about every year. And it's Pisces season all year to me. And especially when a new year rolls over, that's the first thing that's on my mind. So a lot of you, let's get excited and start planning for those birthdays, okay? Some of you guys, this could mean tying up loose ends. So where we, are into the new. Let's be real. The January 1st don't erase the past. It just gives us an opportunity to live 365 more days potentially that on the calendar have never been lived, okay? But there could be some tying up of the loose ends. It talks about Venus and Aries. The season of spring may be significant to some of you guys. The Empress is here. We may be talking about that divine feminine energy. And then Aries with Mars, that's that divine masculine energy. And Venus and Mars have a love affair. So we could be talking about all those things, but definitely community, celebrations. For some of you, weddings or planning. You're planning something, or something fated or destined is being planned for you. So if you want to talk about this with us, my Shark members, I will see you on the other side. As stated, click the link to Patreon, select the Shark membership to get the bonus to this reading and much, much more. Until next time, Pisces, namaste.